good morning YouTube. You joined me on Saturday morning. We're off to put a shift in. This will be the third of my 12-hour shifts this week. Started on Thursday. Supposedly finish on Saturday, Sunday off, and then another 3 Monday to Wednesday, but I have agreed to work some overtime tomorrow, which means an 80-hour 7-day week for me, which is not really that enjoyable, but it is what it is. Then I get a whole week off, so every cloud and all that. And also we get to go to work on a chuckle machine, which is fastly becoming my new daily rider really. Previously I've been using the scooter to do this journey, but since changing the exhaust on the Classic, it's a little bit quieter, so it's a little bit more sensible first thing in the morning. And yeah, I've fallen in love with this bike all over again. But yeah, I just thought I'd haven't been doing many videos because I've been working quite a bit, and when I haven't been working I've been in the camper van, so I haven't been doing so much riding the last sort of couple of months. So I thought I'd bring you along my little commute. Gonna mix it up today, go a little different route. But yeah, here we go. So I can't, what kind of prompted me to do this video was a comment that I read on our bike forum chat group for the Royal Enfield Owners Club. One of our newer members, Joe, he came into the club. He's got a Classic 650, but he's just recently purchased a 500, very similar to this. You may have seen it in the last video where I ended up at the Rambler's Rest. So basically the same bike as this, but with a drum brake at the rear instead of a disc brake. So it's sort of the generation before this one. But he made a comment that he took it to work and he let someone have a go on it, and the guy at work said that he couldn't believe that a company has made such a shit bike such recently, or so recently, i.e. meaning a modern day bike that is so shit. But then he went on to say that the same work colleague has been looking on Facebook to buy himself one, which I thought was the perfect sort of analogy for this bike really. It's the best shit bike out there. And I don't mean shit bike as in it's a shit bike, but by today's standards it's a very basic, almost a backward bike. If you look at some parts of it, it's not got a lot going for it. Supposed 28 brake horsepower out of the factory, although real world I would say this bike's probably got maximum 20, and I don't know whether that's just by one, but speed, I cannot get more than 65 out of this bike, flat out throttle pinned, much to the frustration of everyone in the club last year when we went to Germany, and I was kind of forced into riding this bike because my Scrambo got nicked. But yeah, it's pretty much throttle pinned if you want to make progress, and you ain't going fast, I tell you. But what many would see as a downfall of the bike is actually, in my opinion, a positive, because it forces you into this sort of zen-like state. You're not getting anywhere in a rush, so why bother? And that's why I'm enjoying it so much, going to work and coming home on it, because it gives you 20-30 minutes at the beginning and end of the day just to get your brain box together, just to have that bit of time just to sort of almost switch off and just enjoy life. I was awake at 3 o'clock this morning and couldn't get back to sleep, so I haven't had a lot of sleep, so I'm looking at a 12-hour shift, and it's going to be graft today because I know what I've got to come in, but I'm on this bike and I just don't give a shit. And that's what it does for you, this bike. It allows you to enjoy the moment. Don't look forward, don't look back. Live in the moment. Just like, listen to that, just ride that torque. Don't matter what gear you're in, twist that throttle, it's not going to take off, but you'll just hear that steady rise of speed, feel that steady rise of speed and feel the engine thumping. I mean, yeah, it vibrates the buggery, this bike, more so than any bike that I've ridden. Again, most people would see that as a downfall. I see it as character, I see it as knowing you're on a bike, enjoying the bike, feeling the bike, being at one with the bike. You can't see anything out of the mirrors, doesn't matter, that's behind you, let them deal with that. So that's throttle pin now, I've got nothing else. It's starting to pick up momentum, it gets there. And that's the joy of this motorcycle, it will get you there. Won't get you there in a hurry, but I've got no clock on this bike, I've got no way of telling the time, so it doesn't matter. Time is irrelevant on this bike. It's simple, a simple machine. If you look at the front, there's nothing to it. There's a key, you've got your speedo, your tacho. Well, it's not even a tacho, it's just how many miles you've done since the bike was born. You've got indicators which sometimes work. Well, the indicators work, but the display doesn't always work. Got to be a loose connection there somewhere. You've got a neutral in the middle, and then you've got your high beam, and that is all you've got. What's happened here? Trees come down or something? Don't know what's going on there. If I'd have been on any other bike, I would have come round that corner a lot faster. Maybe not the chicken chaser, but the Hibby. There's the old fuel light, that comes on when you're going downhill. If you're about a third of a tank left. See, it's gone off now. Come on when I brake again. There you go. That'll get me to work. Probably get me home again. You can't set your trip, you've got no trip, so it's best not to leave that light on for too long. Yeah, this bike has almost got a bit of a cult following, really. I think the first time I rode one, it was in India over 10 years ago. It was actually the 350 variant, which is more common over there, the UCE engine. They mostly made 350s out there, but 350s never made it over here. We just got the 500s. So I rode the 350, picked it up in Goa, in flip-flops and shorts, and a t-shirt, and I think that's kind of that's my mindset for this bike. It's just totally relaxed. I mean, obviously going to work, I'm not as relaxed as I would have been in Goa, bobbing around Goa and my flip-flops with Max on the back from bar to bar or whatever. But it does allow you that relaxation. Just enjoy that ride, enjoy the thump. Really has got under my skin. I had a Bullet 500 for 5 years, and then I sold that when I got the first Himi, the 411, and then I kind of regretted it. Or was it when I got the Scram? It might have been when I got the Scram. But then I saw this one came up, and it was exactly the same trim to what I rode in India, and I couldn't resist it. I've tried the 650 and it's a lovely bike, but I don't think I can. I'm not a twin cylinder man. I mean, it's a lovely lump in those bikes, the Interceptor and the Super Meteor, the Bear. It is a lovely lump, but I just miss this thumpity thump. So I don't usually come this way, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. I should be quite early, because I did wake up so early. If I'm late today, there's something wrong. It's one of those things though, isn't it? You're early until you're late. Nice T4. Yeah, so I bought a camper van because Max can't do so much travelling on the bike now. She's had her health issues, so we've been enjoying that quite a bit. I do miss the bike, but this is a kind of happy medium really, getting on this every day. I've got some trips on the little bike planned. We've got the big Welsh weekender over the bank holiday weekend at the end of August, and then straight after that I've got a Scotland tour on the little wave, so I won't be on the Enfields. Just the way it's worked out with what's come up. So those will be, or the Scotland one will be my trip really, my big trip. Although saying that, I have been up to Scotland once this year already on the Himalayan, should I say. Just got to be a little bit careful down these roads at this time in the morning, in case any animals come running out. Sun's not out yet, so it's nice and cool. It's very hot last night. But I think it's going to be another warm one today. We are in the midst of a very hot summer. Don't think we're in drought in Kent, but I know they are in London and several other places. Ooh, ran a half marathon down this way once, the Paddock Wood half. Yeah, so just coming into, well, we will be coming into the arse end of Paddock Wood. That's a nice van. Oh, I like that. Mercedes. Very nice. Very nice paint job. Bike's been behaving since I did the evap delete. What I have been doing is putting a bit of card across the tank and the rear and the seat, just to keep the sun off of it. Keeps the tank a lot cooler. And I've also been releasing, if it has been getting hot, I've been releasing the petrol filler cap to let a bit of the old fumes and vapours escape. I don't think it'd be an issue in the winter. Only because it's really been hot recently. Yeah, if you're not in a hurry, this is the bike to own. You just want to chill out, you've had a bad day, you're getting stressed, you're suffering mental health issues. I mean, all bikes are good for that, but for me, this one more so. So there we are, we're just over the other side of the station. Don't know what the time is, don't know if I'm early or if I'm late. Oh, I don't usually come round this way. There you go. That's my little commute for the day to work. So I won't record on the way back, but yeah, that's me for 12 hours now. So I might get this video out tonight. Not going to take a lot of editing, just get it up there, get it out. Might interest someone, might not. Someone might inspire someone to get one of these bikes, or at least try one. See what all the fuss is about. Not that there's a lot of fuss, but there is for me. So we'll catch up with you some other time. Have a good one.